Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. We're going to work on our lapiz. So, first thing that we want to do is have a good supporting leg, okay? So, whenever we shift the weight, we need to make sure that we're shifting the whole weight. So the head, the line of the shoulder, and the hip, everything is aligned, okay? And when I shift, I make sure that everything moved. How does it look when it's not moving? For example, if I'm doing this, if I'm placing my pelvis too much toward one side when I'm standing, I'm a little bit exaggerating this movement, so you'll see what I'm talking about. But sometimes even a small shift of the pelvis can affect our balance. So make sure that when you're moving your weight from one leg to the other, you have everything in the same line. The other thing that affects our balance a lot for the guys is the head. Sometimes I will show it from the side. We move our head too much forward, and then when we're trying to do things that require balance, especially while also pivoting, then we have a difficulty. So make sure that when you shift your weight, you have a straight line, the pelvis is not tilting, and your head is on top of your shoulders, very long, as if you have a crown. Okay, moving one to the other. The second thing is our hands. When we're leading or when we're following, our hands have weight, so they affect our balance. So if my hands are too much forward, for the guys sometimes it's this, then maybe the hand will pull us to the direction where it's going. Or for the ladies, sometimes we're doing this, we go too much to the back. Maybe it's a consequence of what the leader is doing. But what I try to do here is always lower my elbow towards the floor, okay? Because if I don't have balance, maybe it has to do part to this problem with the hands, okay? So if it's guys, it's here, ladies here, just make sure that it's stable. Let's go to the lapiz. So I'm moving forward with my foot. You can see that I'm rotating it slightly. Then I go to the side, go to the back, and collecting feet together. Forward a little bit, rotated outside, side, back, and inside. Let's try to give it to do it in a flow movement. Flow movement. Very nice. I'm trying here, for example, not to move my pelvis while doing the lapiz. Let's do the other leg. Forward, a little bit rotated outside. Side, back, and collecting. Forward, a little bit rotated outside. Side, back, and collecting. Flowing with the movement. You can see that I'm touching only with my big toe. I'm not placing the whole foot on the floor. Okay, if I place the whole foot, automatically this happens because it shifts my weight. So I'm pulling myself up and I'm touching only with the toes. Let's do the same from the back. So we're standing on one leg, we're sending the other one backwards. It's also rotated slightly outside, side, forward, and collecting. Back, side, forward, and collecting. Try not to let the leg pull you to the direction. Think about pulling up. Let's do the other side. To the back, side, forward. To the back, side, touching only with the toe, forward. And everything together. If you're having trouble to place only your toes, maybe it means that the feet are a little bit, I would say, weak, okay, with the muscles. So you can work on pointing and flexing your foot. With the shoes, it's a little bit harder, but I just place my leg in front of me. For the guys, it doesn't matter, but for us ladies, maybe it's better to take off the shoes. So you do a flex and a point, a flex and a point. I will show it from the side. Flex and point, flex and point. This makes also our ankles stronger, but it helps us to have more mobility for our feet. So after you do a few of those and then you try to point your foot while doing the lapiz, it comes out much nicer, okay? Especially if you have an elastic band, you can try it with the elastic band and really roll your foot whenever you're doing this flex and point, and to the other side, flex and point. It's actually a nice warm-up, okay? We can do that. And let's try one more thing. Let's try to pivot while doing the lapiz, okay? It's a little bit more challenging. From the side, only toes, I do a small pivot and go to the lapiz. And go to the lapiz. And go to the lapiz. And doing the lapiz. So I have all my weight on the standing leg while doing the other side. From here, all my weight on the standing leg, and the other one that is trying the lapiz is doing its own movement without affecting my body. Without affecting the body. Because if it's pulling us or making us go around with the upper body, then we won't have any balance. So practice this one also a couple of times and make sure that you're pulling up with your body and not down. Up, remember the head. Okay, very nice. This was challenging. Whenever you're feeling that you don't have balance, you can always start using the wall, doing the lapiz with the wall, and then try it without it. We can always try to do everything in the air, which is even more challenging. And then we leave the wall and we make sure that we can do the same without it. Great job. Thank you very much for joining me. If you wish to see more new videos that are coming up, please subscribe to my video channel, my YouTube channel, sorry, so you'll get a notification when it arrives. Bye bye.